So, welcome back. Ta-da! It's nearly finished. So, I put a cable release here, as you can see. It's normally not there, you have to custom make it. And normally there should be a rubber grommet going inside this, which is not there. So I helped myself cut some of this tube, around 1 centimeter by 3 times the diameter, 3 times the circumference, and wrapped it with insulation tape. So now it will not warp through. And so now I can make the final assembly of the battery pack, or the base of the battery pack. I'll check in later for that. I mounted the cast alloy piece to the frame. As you can see, it looks quite neat. And I aligned the rest of the base so I can mount them without struggling. So now I tighten up this screw, then I put a plastic cover over it with aluminium piece inside, and yeah, then just fasten it. So, battery base is in. Yippee! One step closer. Looks good. I put the battery pack in already. It goes in nice and smoothly. That's 2 points check out of our list. So, here was a little problem. As you can see, the axle, the recess here, it sticks just out like a very little bit. And I wanted to make a spacer, but the spacers which come with the kit, they're like that. So there is no way you could fit this on top without jamming the axle. Impossible, especially if it is tightened down. So I went ahead and I took a washer like that and did a lot of hand work. And I angled the downside even more so that I 100% don't get the lock trapped. So as you can see, cleared a little space around. And now, when I put it on top, you can see everywhere, even if it's tightened, will be enough space. So as you can see, it can move freely, no problem. It's nice. Yeah. Success. Because this is a standard bicycle, as you can see, this place is recessed, so the screw sits normally like inside it. The washer for the bicycle is a thinner one, so this is what I will use. As you can see, it fits perfectly in the recess, And then there comes the torsion bar. Torsion bar. Twist it like that. You might observe the tiny little space I have to deal with. And then this one will be screwed on and drill a hole and secure it with a bolt and a nut. So that is that side. And we go to the other side. It will look like that. I designed them differently so I have the maximum spread of force I can get. As you can imagine, this is a very strong connection. It's in the center. This one will go nowhere. Promise you that. You don't want to lose your wheel. Yep. So after I know that they fit, I will clean them up a little bit, deburr them, and yeah, I think about painting them black because as they are like that, really look like a eyesore. But I will see. I just go ahead, clean it up, and I believe I will paint it. I finally mounted the wheel. As you can see, everything fits quite nicely. I painted the torsion bar so it really like disappears, which I like very much. So goes for the other side around. Did of course the same here, and I painted the complete holder including this screw because when you want to remove the wheel it is much easier just to loosen up this screw and leave the rest of the assembly together for reassembling and for getting to the screws. So that's why I did that like with that. So here you see the pedal assist sensor. It works, I tried it already and I like it at that side. Usually it's mounted to this side, but then it is not that stealth. And secondly, if you kick by accident on the top or something like that, I'm afraid it would break. And here it is quite nicely and protected and invisible more or less. So this is the pedal assist sensor. So last time I made the magnetic brakes, as you can see here. So this is the magnet, this is the switch, and I adjusted it that when I pull the lever, the regen braking kicks in, and if you need the full brake power, you just pull more. So that's why this distance is very mandatory, because if it's too short, maybe you brake before you regen. It's not that the regenerative braking brings back so much energy. It's around 7 or 10% per charge, but you support your braking system, and especially in a bike, which is, yeah, for a bike fast, you don't want to wear down the brakes too heavy. So let's go to the heart. There is the controller. As you can see, here the motor wires connected, here the phase wires, here's the Hall sensors, and power plus minus. In the middle, the white one is a temperature sensor, which this motor doesn't have, but the controller would support it. So here we have the display connected. This is the throttle. These two little things are our magnetic brakes. And there's one more from the pedal assist. Wait for it. Yeah, it's here. So everything is connected. I programmed the standard, which I always do for a starting point. So, oh yeah, and mounted the battery. So the moment orientation on this bike is a little bit difficult because it's upside down. But now we started for the first time. Ta-da! Make the main power on. This is the display. So I switch the display on, which I can see here. I switch off the light so it's clear. The battery is nearly down, but still good for a test one. Pedal assist is at 4, so you could change the pedal assist level by switching up or down. I leave it on 5 for the beginning. Then, wait, I put the display here, then you can see the direct impact. So if I pull the brake lever, there comes the regen braking, and as you can see, can push a lot more. That means that the brake in this state starts to regenerate, and at this point it's regenerative braking and braking, manual braking. So like that. Yeah, I think we can go for a test one. It looks good. Yeah, when you see this blinking, it is regenerating. Formula 1, they would call this curse. Okay, so when I change the display, so there's the trip meter. I go 1, there's the odometer. That means this display has 59.8 kilometers on it. And in this setting you can see the actual voltage of the battery. And for seeing the voltage drop, if you stay in display, after a while it changed to kilometer per hour. Here. So you can monitor your speed and the battery voltage at the same time, which is a plus. Yeah. Proof of concept accomplished. Now I can flip the bike around and tidy up the cables, and the last thing to do is to mount the display on the handlebar, and then this build is mostly done. Thank you for bearing with me, it was a while, right? Okay. I tidied up the cable before I flip the bike, because otherwise it may be not that easy anymore. So I cable tied them. Alright, maybe we have some light here. See here, here, and I wrapped them together with a pedal assist sensor and the battery. And I can tell you why. As you can see, this is called spiral web. I think it's very handy. Makes it very neat if you especially have to deal with more than one cable running parallel. Just cover it and it looks nice. It's removable, other than insulation tape. I think it looks really nice. Now, many people will say, okay, you don't have a quick disconnect for the motor, so every time you have to put out the wheel, you have to disassemble it. And I must say, yes, that's true, but how often you disassemble a wheel? To be honest, for example, if I would have a flat on the street, right, I would leave the air out. I would put my tire tool inside. I would open this side without even touching the nuts from the wheel. I would pull the tube out and pump it up, look where the hole is, use a good oil patch, stick it on, put it back. So for the normal flat, you don't need to remove the wheel, only if you want to change the tire or something like that. And I must say, for that, I'm prepared to take that little inconvenience for the neater look. So that's my opinion on that. I'm sure some people have other opinions, but that is mine. So now I can flip the bike. So I installed the 500 watt motor. I painted the torsion bar black, that it doesn't look so obviously. I had to adjust the washer at the other side to fit between the gear set and the frame, because otherwise the sprocket will always come loose. And what else? Of course, I did my over-engineered minimum 3 mounts joint on the battery pack, you know me. Yeah, there's something missing, I know. I bought a bigger web for this side. I believe it's 12 millimeter, and I used the one you sent with the kit for the front, so you don't have the mess of the cables. I think it looks good, everything works fine. I had to adjust the gear changer here a little bit, shorten it so it doesn't interfere with the throttle. You can see we're at 7 already, but it works nicely. Otherwise you have to move the handlebar so far out that it's not convenient anymore to pull the brakes. So there are the brake switches installed. I don't know if you even can see it. I like it when things are hard to see. See, there's the magnet. When I installed the magnet, I took care that the switch engaged when the lever is just slightly pulled. And I think everything else is fine. So I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah man, waiting for the controller bags. Hope they arrive soon. Have a great evening.